All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is fourth grade Excel lesson number 99, and this is on calculating equivalent fractions using multiplication. So let's see how we do this here. There are three fractions that can be used to refer to the portion of the figures on the right that are circles. Can you name them? So what we're talking about here is right here, all these pictures. For each one of these, it's kind of showing you a fraction. So here we have circles and here we have not circles. Here we have circles, circles, not circles, not circles, and here we have circle, 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 and not circle, not circle, not circle, not circle. So do you know what the three fractions are? I'd like you to try to write those right here at the beginning for each one. What fraction is circles? Should be three different fractions, but it still names the same part. So what you should have written here, pause the video and try that if you haven't paused it yet. Right here we have half of the shapes are circles, right? Half of them, because they got one group circled out of two total groups. And then here we've got two groups circled that are circles, and there's a total of four groups, so 2/4 could name the circles. And then down here we've just got four circles out of 8 shapes. So we've got 4/8. Can you name two equivalent fractions that can be used to refer to the portion of the figures that are squares? How about the squares? Can you come up with two for that? I would like you to try to write those right here. Put an equal sign in between them. Pause the video and do the squares. What fraction are squares? So one way you can name them is right here. You've got one group that is squares out of 4 groups. You also have 2 squares out of 8 shapes. So I can say 1/4 is equal to 2/8. All right, so that is just a little warm up so we can see how to find equivalent fractions. Now, if the numerator and the denominator of a particular fraction are multiplied by the same number, the resulting fraction will be an equivalent fraction. Let's check that out. So like in these examples up here on this one, 1 times 2 is 2, and 4 times 2 is 8. And that fraction is the same. And up here, 1/2, I'm going to put that up here on the top. 1/2 is equal to 2/4 we see here, right? Because 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. And then notice that 1/2 is also equal to 4/8, because 1 times 4 is 4 and 2 times 4 is 8. Let's take a look at a picture of this. How is this done in picture form? Well, this is 1/2 right here, right? What if I cut this right here? I haven't changed the shading. It's still a half. I just added an extra cut in, but now I have 2 parts out of 4 instead of 1 out of 2. What did I do? I just doubled the number of pieces and I doubled the number of shaded pieces. So this piece and this piece, now I have 2 shaded pieces and I have 4 total pieces. So I doubled everything when I cut that. All right, let's look at some samples down here. 1/2 is 2/4 because 1 times 2 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4. 1/2 is also equal to 4/8 because 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 1/4 is equal to 2/8 because 1 times 2 is 2, and 4 times 2 is 8, just like we saw up there. All right, since 4 is 2 times 2, in order to make an equivalent fraction, the denominator has to be multiplied by 2 also. So to solve these, you're going to go 2 times 2, you show that work right there, is 4. So if I multiply the denominator by 2, I get an equivalent fraction. You must multiply or you must divide the top and the bottom by the same number. That's a little song I sing to remember this. All right, so 3 times 3, write that on your paper, is 9. So 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Notice I'm multiplying the top and the bottom, or the numerator and the denominator, by the same number, times 3. Okay, why don't you try number 6? Pause the video and then turn it on after you have the solution. So we have 1 times 2 is 2, right? And so you multiply 6 times 2 as well, and you get 12. Here's number 7. Try that one. Pause the video, do 7, then turn it back on. So here we have to multiply to get the denominator. 5 times 2 is 10. You got to show this on your paper. Always show the little multiplication problems. And so we have to multiply the numerator by the same number. 3 times 2 is 6. Did you get that one right? Okay, I want you to pause the video and do 8, 9, oopsie. Okay, 8, 9, and 10. Do 8, 9, and 10 for me right now. And then turn it back on when you're ready. So here we're going to go to 4 times 3 is 12. So 7 times 3 is 21. 12 21s is the same thing as 4 sevenths. 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 2 is 8. Woohoo! And then over here, 3 times 2 is 6, and so 1 times 2 is 2. All right, pause the video, do 11 through 13, and then turn it back on when you're ready. Number 11, what do we multiply 5 by to get 15? We multiply 5 times 3. Make sure you're showing all these little stuff like that on your paper. 6 times 3 is 18. How about this next one? 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. And the last one. 5 times 2 is 10. So 8 times 2 is 16. There you go.